In politics, you can never say never, and at all times, anything, anywhere is possible. I say this because a few days ago, I saw Ndindi Nyoro and Kalonzo Musyoka attending an economic forum, as you can see in this image. And shortly after, he began seeing articles and media outputs hinting at a Kalonzo Musyoka Ndindi Nyoro ticket. Now, in line with that, in this video, I want us to look into the viability of a Kalonzo Musyoka and Ndindi Nyoro ticket. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Now, the first advantage of Kalonzo picking Ndindi Nyoro as his running mate is financial firepower. Ndindi Nyoro, unknown to many, is actually a billionaire. And as young as he is, he has more money than Kalonzo Musyoka and all the governors of Ukambani combined. So that's a big advantage right there, especially since last time I saw Kalonzo Musyoka in a presidential campaign, he was holding a pay bill sababu ya kukosa pesa. In fact, here's the image. So if Kalonzo wants to stay afloat, pick the money man. People who have money know people who have money. If Ndindi Nyoro is the one to call a fundraiser for Kalonzo Musyoka, he will raise billions. If George Natembeya is the one to call a fundraiser for Kalonzo Musyoka, I don't think he'll leave that room with even 100 million shillings. Again, people with money know people with money. So if Kalonzo wants to get his money right in 2027 asitoe jasho sana, he knows who to pick. Second advantage for Kalonzo picking Ndindi Nyoro as his deputy is that with Ndindi by his side, Kalonzo will not have to seek services of economic brokers like David Ndindi, because Ndindi Nyoro in and of himself is an economic guru. He served as the chairman of the budget committee. He also recently graduated with a master's in economics from the University of Nairobi. Now, you do the math, that's an important brain to have in one's kitchen cabinet. I would even dare say that in a deputy presidential debate between Ndindi Nyoro and Professor Kithure Kindiki, Ndindi Nyoro would carry the day. Because Kindiki is a lawman. He understands legal jargon. Ndindi Nyoro is an economist, just like Moi Kibaki. He understands numbers. Of those two things, which do you think Kenyans are more interested in listening to? Kenyans want to hear numbers, because that is tangible. Hearing about the law is useless. We have come to learn that in this country, the law is useless. Things are passed without public participation. And even the laws that exist are ignored. It is laws for thee, but not for me. That is how the rich and mighty move about in this country. So Kenyans don't have any interest with the law anymore. They want to hear numbers. How are we going to raise this money to do this thing? This debt that we have, how are we offsetting it in the next 20, 30 years? What is your economic plan to sustain our police force, our military force, jeshi, and so on and so forth? Anybody who can answer economic questions today is more valuable to Kenyans than some professor who knows all the clauses in the constitution. And even worse, if Kasongo decides to get rid of Professor Kindiki, you know, Kindiki and Ndindi Nyoro, it is a contest worth watching, but I suspect Ndindi will carry the day. Now, if they remove Kindiki, walete sijui nani kutoka huko ODM, sijui Wanga, sijui Raymond Omolo, sijui nani, that person anaenda kuoshwa mbaya sana by Ndindi Nyoro. There is nobody in ODM today who can go toe to toe with Ndindi Nyoro in a deputy presidential debate, other than perhaps Babu Owino, perhaps Otiende Omolo. That is it. James Orengo, miaka imeenda, he's not a lucrative pick. Anyang' Nyong'o, same thing, age has caught up with him, he's not a lucrative pick. So they only have those two. Wajaribu kuleta anybody else, watazungushwa laps pale. It will be very embarrassing. It will be like what Gachagua did to Martha Karua. Now, the third advantage for Kalonzo having Ndindi Nyoro as a deputy is access to classified information. You see, by Ndindi Nyoro having served in the budget committee, he knows all of Kasongo's evil schemes, no matter how well they try to hide it from him. Ndindi will somehow always be in the know. He has friends in Treasury, he has friends in State House. In the financial corridor, he has built very good networks. Nothing can escape his eyesight. He's like Heimdall. In fact, if you do the math, Ndindi Nyoro was the first person to expose Ruto's highway robbery of Safaricom because he's selling shares to Vodacom by undervaluing those shares, and he's likely on the other side of the transaction. Just listening to this expose.
The government is underselling Safaricom, and it is to the detriment of all Kenyans. The bigger concern that I have, and we must have as Kenyans, is the fact that the government of Kenya is proposing to sell Safaricom PLC, the 15% stake, at 34 shillings. Kenyans need to know that Safaricom shares were trading at an average of 45 shillings in 2021, valuing Safaricom PLC at 1.8 trillion Kenya shillings in 2021. And of course, that is before Safaricom even invested in Ethiopia, an investment that is actually becoming a very good decision for Safaricom. And what I just want to say is that the people who are on the other side of the table in this negotiation of the sale, and especially the people from the National Treasury, they are either self-interested, incompetent, or both. Because there is no way you can sell a stake of a company as a block with no premium.
I mean, to the cartels, good luck stealing from government when Ndindi Nyoro is the deputy president of Kenya, a guy who lives, breathes, and eats numbers. Kitawaramba mbaya sana. Now, the fourth advantage that Kalonzo would get by picking Ndindi Nyoro as his deputy is the complete support of Mlima Kenya. You see, there's a difference. Right now, Kalonzo has the support of Mlima Kenya. I don't believe he has the complete support of Mlima Kenya. For him to get that complete support, he needs to pick a deputy from the region. That's number one. On top of that, this deputy must be someone who gives the region longevity in leadership. Not what ODM is doing. Raila passes, they pick an even older fellow to lead ODM for the next 4, 5, 3 years maybe. So, based on that, there's no way we are going to work with JB Muturi. JB Muturi himself is also a senior citizen kidogo. Martha Karua, same thing. Ndindi Nyoro is somebody, if Kalonzo wins and he gets 2 terms, Ndindi Nyoro can be there for 10 years serving Kalonzo faithfully, and then he can also push his 10 years in power. That is the advantage of working with youth. So long story short, I don't see Justin Muturi or Martha Karua courting the same excitement in Mlima the same way that Ndindi Nyoro can. The fact that he's young, competent, and result-driven makes him even more lucrative than any other name you can put out there. It's just how the succession matrix is at the moment. But that's just my opinion, guys. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. Do you think Ndindi Nyoro will do a good job deputizing Kalonzo, or should they go for Martha Karua, Justin Muturi, maybe Mithika Linturi, and so on and so forth, or even Natembea? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. And with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're in need of office partitioning or home interior works, i.e. kitchen cabinets, modern media walls, wall decoration, wainscoting, wardrobes, tiles, bathrooms, window blinds, gypsum, and so on, reach out to Suima's Interiors at 07170 443 or info@suimas.co.ke, and they'll get all your needs sorted out. Whatever it may be, all interior works, these guys are the best at it.
Are you looking for an easier way to buy or sell anything right from the comfort of your home? With the Gikomba Pure app, you can now do exactly that, all from your phone. To get started, download the Gikomba Pure app from your phone's Play Store or App Store and install it. Join our marketplace by clicking the Create Account button, then complete your registration by choosing a unique username, entering your personal email address, your phone number, and creating a secure password. Just like that, you'll have your Gikomba Pure account ready. To sell on Gikomba Pure, simply upload your products from your gallery. Whether you're selling furniture, electronics, clothes, or even services like spa treatments, hairdressing, car washes, outside catering, and so much more, we've got you covered. Gikomba Pure, where your quality costs less.
Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.